Hey, champions and superstars. My name is Eugene Chang from Freedom Profits, and welcome to today's presentation on how to use Facebook Messenger ads to scale your e-commerce businesses without losing thousands of dollars. I'd like to introduce another today's presenter also, Andrew from Jumper.ai. And just to clarify, things before we get started, we're not trying to sell anything on this presentation, and we just want to add a whole bunch of value for you. So hopefully you get your pen and paper ready to take notes. I've got mine ready. So should you miss any important information, you can always refer back to this presentation. So without further ado, let's get the ball rolling. So what will you learn today? So firstly, most importantly, you will learn how to create an awesome, engaging post, and you also learn how to set up your chatbot as well, and also learn how to run a compelling Facebook Messenger ads. I'll go through all of these in details, so be sure to take notes. And next, you will learn about the ultimate 5C system that I've crafted about, that will scale your e-commerce businesses by building assets, for example, subscribers, better branding as well, and also increase sales and profits. And last but not least, a bonus section on how you can integrate Jumper.ai into your sales cycle, which Andrew will explain further in details for you to do it. So finally, you can wave goodbye to no more creating endless amounts of content for your Facebook page, your website, your Instagram account, and etc. Just because you're trying to get more sales and you want to create more content, and more content doesn't mean you generate more sales. You have to create really quality content, and also no more begging for customers' email addresses, because the strategy that I'll be revealing today, you integrate with chatbots and automatically generate your subscribers in a subtle way. And also no more throwing money down the drain with poor quality Facebook ads. I've seen a lot of people have done this. So I'll go through a couple strategies with you that that will save you a lot of money down the track when you run Facebook ads. So just before we proceed, it's fair that I share a quick story about myself. So my struggle, finding the solution, and also achieving success. So I used to work as a typical 9-to-5 engineer for about 5 years in the shipbuilding and also the oil and gas industry in Australia. So everything was great in the beginning until I realized my life is just a routine day in, day out. The same stuff, different day. Certainly not what life is meant for us to live to the fullest. So while working as an engineer, I was learning about online marketing, starting my own Amazon e-commerce business as well. I was trying to do everything by myself, and eventually found out from a lot of information overload. Now, we all need direction in life at some point, and instead of asking what can I do, we should always ask who can help me. So I reach out to the right coach at the right time, and fortunate for me, the universe did me a huge favor as well. I was made redundant from my engineering job, and at the moment, that instant, everything started to click and everything started to change, for the better, of course. I knew what I needed to do and how to do it. And I realized I was able to leverage on my strengths and focus on businesses that I really enjoy running, and at the same time giving me more freedom. And then since then, I've been helping, inspiring, and also establish entrepreneurs build e-commerce businesses of their dreams. And currently, I also am passionate in helping companies grow and scale their business fast, with cutting edge strategies and a couple of ninja tactics here and there. And this is what today's presentation is about. And it's one of the cutting edge strategies that I'm really, really excited to share with you all. So next, who is Andrew Strauss? Andrew, do you want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, sure. Hi. So my name is Andrew. I've been in the e-commerce field in a long time, for quite a while, and what I just want to say, Eugene, I'm really excited about what I'm going to learn from you today, because it's going to be quite exciting. My background has been in product management, product development. As you can see, I've built a ton of different software and transactional kinds of businesses, and then helped run and do lead gen campaigns before coming over to Jumper. Jumper, which is a really exciting next step in e-commerce engagement, audience building kind of platform. So yeah, I think with what we're talking about today, this is going to be really an exciting thing. And like I said, I'm always a problem solver, looking for ways to improve and iterate on issues and solutions. And I think we've got a pretty good way of doing that. So Eugene, it's back to you.
Oh, thanks, Andrew. So briefly, what's changing in the marketplace? So the first is the comparison between email and also Messenger. Now, just by looking at the slides, the average open rate of email is 23%, or 22.87% to be exact. And the average click-through rate is 3.26%. And that's pretty average, the standard, what it is in the marketplace. You might get something better than this average, but this is just an average metric for your references. So now if you take a look at the average open rate for Messenger instead, that's 84.3%. And it's about 4 times of the email open rate. The average click-through rate is about 28%. So I don't know about you, but the result is quite obvious, and Messenger triumphs email anytime. So now some of you might still be skeptical about this, but just bear with me for now as I explain along this presentation. You understand where I'm coming from and where the trend is moving towards when I unveil the Facebook Messenger ads strategy later in this presentation. So where's Messenger going? So we all know Mark Zuckerberg said that he thinks that we should be able to message a business like how we would message a friend. Pretty bold statement here. For those of you who don't know who Mark is, well, he's a founder of Facebook, and he wants to humanize the conversation between businesses and also customers when it comes to messaging each other. Okay, now you're probably wondering how many people are actually using Facebook Messenger. And this is a report on Facebook current monthly active users. It was taken in September last year. And considering Facebook Messenger now have 1.3 billion active users. And we all know that Facebook isn't going anywhere anytime soon, even after the recent Facebook scandal that we all have been buzzing in the news. So a brief explanation, what on earth is a chatbot? So you probably heard about this from your friends, from your peers, or you probably read in an article in TechCrunch. So a chatbot is also known as a talkbot, chatterbot, or AI, AI, artificial intelligent conversation entity. It's pretty much a computer program or AI which conducts a conversation via auditory or textual method. So, for instance, you might have seen chatbots in action on one of these platforms here, whether it is Slack. They have their Slack bot and Messenger bots as well, Kik, Line, Telegram, even Skype. And where the bot will start a conversation, whether it's helping you with an issue or guiding you through making a purchase, for example, online. So another interesting feature by Facebook is the Facebook feed to Messenger ads. Now, this is really powerful for entrepreneurs, business owners, and pretty much any blokes down the street, who has a product to sell and has the ability to run Facebook ad within, running Facebook ads within the news feed and send someone to Messenger to start a conversation. Pretty much what you see on the screen right here. Now, this is one of the powerful, most personalized advertising that we can use to connect with shoppers and then your best-selling product, and also ultimately convert them into customers. Now, I will share the 5C system that I've crafted up, the e-commerce business that can execute to take your businesses to the next level. So here's a quick 5 myths of Facebook ads that I constantly hear about from business owners. So the first one is Facebook ads doesn't work. Like you probably hear it from your peers as well. So the first, and then a lot of people say that Facebook doesn't work. Is it because Facebook ads doesn't really work, or is it because your ads suck or your targeting is wrong? I question that. So here's an image of Facebook's common stock on Nasdaq as of May 14. I took this screenshot a couple of days ago with a market capitalization of 538.52 billion, and that's a billion with the B and not million. And all those income source came straight from Facebook advertising. So don't ever think that Facebook ads doesn't work. I'm going to give a strategy today in today's presentation that will shift your entire mindset and teaches you how to run and highly effective, highly efficient Facebook ad, showing you that Facebook ads does work. Okay, so the second myth is Amazon ads, what is Amazon ads, AdWords, Pinterest ads, and all the same as Facebook ads. And easy, you might think that it's easy to run, or to set it up. I'm afraid a lot of you are wrong, because Facebook ads is a different beast itself, and there's a lot of moving parts within it, targeting audiences, images that you use, all these functionalities within it. You need to really consider the demographics, the geographics, and also the psychographics of these three main targeting. So myth number 3 is paid advertising is equal massive budget. Now, I want to point out is that this is true. If you don't know what you're doing. For instance, you're targeting like the wrong keywords or for AdWords or Amazon PPC, or you run the really poorly written Facebook ads. That's going to cost you an arm and a leg. And this is why you need to use tools and stuff to find converting keywords, whether it is short or long tail, for your AdWords or Amazon ads, and also learn more about Facebook ads, so that you can run more cost efficient and highly targeted ads. Now, it's important for you to understand that your target audience has to be narrowed down to the T. You have to understand your target audience. So as I mentioned earlier, the 3 targeting, which is the demographics, the geographics, and also the psychographics. And myth number 4 is you don't need to use Facebook ads to grow your business. I'm selling on Amazon and on my own website as well, and a lot of people think that people will find my product through word of mouth, through referrals, blah blah blah. While that's true, you might get word of mouth for your best protein shake or something. You won't be able to reach your ideal audience and capture their data as efficient as running Facebook ads. So yeah, don't believe that. So myth number 5 is most of you might think I need a lot of fans, I need a lot of fans. I don't have enough followers on my Facebook page. I don't have enough followers on my Instagram account, and I need a lot of those to be able to run an efficient Facebook ads and market to them. Now, however, you need strategies to leverage on other influencers' fan base instead. If you don't have any, or you don't have your own fan base, you can leverage on other influencers' fan base. And all you need to do is to show up at the right place and at the right time, and you will always win. And this is where Facebook ads comes in. So before I review the strategy, I'm going to start off by giving you this quote from Jim Rohn. If you really want to do something, you'll find a way. If you don't, then you'll find an excuse. So the main purpose of this presentation is to show you the strategy using Facebook Messenger ads and chatbots to scale your e-commerce businesses and ultimately achieve your goals, your dream. So if you're really interested, then listen on, and else then I would suggest you don't waste your time. So let's go through the 5C system together. So okay, here's an overview of it, the 5C system that I've crafted up. So the first one, step 1, is to create. I'll explain this in details. Bear with me. So from step 1 to step 5. So, okay, step 1 is to create an engaging Facebook post. Step 2 is to create your compelling Facebook Messenger ads. Step 3 is to connect and engage with shoppers and understanding what their needs are, and what are the pain points that you can solve. So, and then step 4 is the conversation. So you need to really explain how your products will benefit them and how your products will solve all their needs, all their problems. And lastly, step number 5 is to convert all these shoppers into your lifetime customers. So, okay, step 1 is to create engagement posts. This is an example of the post that I've created earlier on, and I'll be using this throughout the presentation for your references. So pretty much as an example, how to use Facebook Messenger ads to scale your e-commerce businesses without losing thousands of dollars. And PS, Facebook ads is constantly changing. I'm teaming up with Jumper to live webinar. And if you would like me to personally notify you via Messenger, then just comment yes below and I'll keep you updated. So this is an example of, you want to engage with your audience. So pretty much asking a question and for them to answer with a simple text. So for instance, if you're selling, just for another example here, if you're selling weight loss product, you could create a post that goes something along the lines of, say, what is your number 1 fitness goal for the next 3 months? A, is it lose weight? B, build muscle? C, stay in shape? Comment below for a special surprise. This is one of it that you can create and just use your creativity. Or you can hit them with an offer saying, check out one of our best-selling dog chew toys. Comment woof below for a special offer. And of course, like the image that you use would be a dog chewing, your best-selling toy. It has to be relevant and congruent to your message, what your message is. And the main goal for this is to get comments with the relevant keywords, of which we will set up our chatbot to recognize and send a message to the shoppers through Messenger. I'll further explain how to set up your chatbots later in this presentation. So please bear with me. So the next step is to craft your compelling Facebook Messenger ads. And now, please pay close attention to this, as I'm going to share and explain step by step on how to create your Facebook ads. It's really crucial to get this right, so you don't throw thousands of dollars down the drain with really poor quality ads. So just a quick overview of the Facebook campaign structure. So firstly, you create a campaign through Ads Messenger. And as it is explained here, each campaign corresponds to a single advertising objective, like driving website traffic. I want you to always name your campaign accordingly, so it's easier for you to navigate through your Facebook Ads Manager. So I know it's common sense, but you'll be surprised how many entrepreneurs don't take this seriously. They just put over whatever name they have, and then they create 10 different ads, and in the end, they're struggling to find the ads that they're trying to optimize. So the next section is your ad sets. Now here you will set a budget and also a schedule for each of your ad sets. You also define your targeting, your bid settings, your placements, and at the ad set level, for instance, you can create multiple engaging posts that you want to split test. So copywriting that you want to split test, you can put it in a different ad set in this case. Now, and the third tier is we have ads, and also each ads that we can include multiple ads with, as for example, different images, text, call to action buttons, links, or video. You can use one of these and also be as creative as you want to split test here as well. I'll show you a couple of screenshots so you have a better understanding. And if it's too confusing for you, I suggest to create only one campaign and one ad set and one ad at the same time, at one time, and not worrying too much about split testing just yet, unless you get used to it and then you're at the pro level. So alrighty, now that you understand how the Facebook campaign structure works, let's start off by showing you how to create an engagement post. So, okay, here's a screenshot of what you will get when you go into your ads manager. So pretty much you create a new ad and then click on the create ad button, and on top, either top right or top left of the account, and you'll be taken to this page. So you need to select engagement as your objective for today, because we want to get engagement from shoppers, from people to like, and also main goal here is to get them to comment on your post. So definitely go for the engagement right here. And once you click on that, and you will need to insert your campaign name here. So for instance, you can name your campaign Dog Shoe US age 21 to 55, engagement targeting. Now this is just an example, so it's really up to you to name your campaign accordingly, so you don't get confused down the track when you have a lot of campaigns running at the same time. And once you finish, then just click the continue button, which will drive you to this page here for you to insert your target audience. So, okay, for custom audiences, if you have your email list that you've been built from your website that you have, I suggest uploading it onto custom audiences and then create a 1% lookalike audience. So pretty much Facebook has all the data. So you go through all the email addresses and then cross-check with the Facebook profile, and then create a lookalike audiences that will that's previously that you uploaded. So pretty much those who made a purchase on or opt into your website, etc. So you can use a custom audience in this section. For those of you who don't have an email address, email list, you can create from scratch. So depending on where you are selling, so if you're selling in US or you're selling in Australia or Canada or UK or even in Asia, so it's really up to you. So your location has to be really targeted. So just select the location that you currently sell at. And for the age, gender, languages, you have to really know your audience, like I mentioned before, or your demographics. So you really need to probably get the information about the audience and also do like surveys and stuff. So to be able to grasp the age, gender, and language. But say if you don't know, that's fine. So you can get to know your audience through running Facebook ads. So once you can set it to, for example, for the age, I would suggest setting it from 21 to up until 64, just because a lot of people in the US, you can only get a credit card if you're 21 years old. In gender, I will leave it as all, and in languages, of course, English is. Or if you're selling in another country like China, you will have it in Chinese, of course. So the next step, once you've set all those up, you want to include audience with interest according to your niche. Just for an example here, I'm choosing to target Shopify employees for my webinar video here, just to spark their curiosity. You want to learn more about this strategy. So in your case, say for example, you're selling weight loss supplements. Of course, you want to target people who are interested in weight loss, and you can also target those who have made a purchase on Facebook. Like behavior targeting, can be used to target people who have made a purchase on Facebook. So you know that they will make a purchase, should your offer is attractive enough. So feel free to browse through the detailed targeting right here, and you can target those who's made the purchase or behavior, or interest. So it's really up to your creativity. You can target organizations as well, people interested in, I guess, Oxygen magazine or muscle tech or something. If you're selling weight loss supplements, or if you're selling pet products, there's a lot of you can I would suggest you check like interest, if they're interested in any canine associations and anything along those lines. So once you have chosen the relevant targeting, don't forget to click save its audience. Now this is very important. So why, you'll be redirected. Okay, so you'll be taken, once you click that, you'll be taken to this page right here. And remember to use a name that is as specific as possible, so you don't scratch your head later on and trying to figure it out later. So once you put in your audience name, click save, and then you'll be double check it again to ensure that you've selected the right audience. Like, the main reason we want to save audience is so that we can create a lookalike audience, once Facebook gathers enough data for us. So once we run an ad for, say, a couple days or even weeks, and Facebook has gathered enough data, so we can be able to use this audience and create another lookalike audience, just so that we get more as targeted as possible. And okay, the next part is your placements. So your ad placements. So this is the interesting part here. Like, okay, never ever leave it on automatic. Like, I repeat, never ever leave an automatic placement, even though it says recommended. It's because it's easier, of course, for Facebook to make money off you, because you want to, when its target is placed automatic. I'll show you in the next slide. So what you want to do is to edit your placements, and what we want to do, okay, so look at this. So what we want to have is only in the Facebook feeds, and all those instant articles, interim videos, right column suggested videos, those are waste of money, because nobody, like, okay, when was the last time you look at, you click through an ad that it's on the right column, or you click through an ad that, watch the video, and then interim video, meaning you watch one video and Facebook will recommend another video, and then sometimes there will be an ad showing there. Like, when was the time that you clicked through it? Probably nearly zero. So it's just a waste of money. And then, say, for audience network as well, native interim video, those are just waste of money. So just by doing this, you've already saved yourself hundreds and thousands of dollars on Facebook ads. And depending as well, if you want to do run your ads on Instagram feed, you can do it. It really depends on the niche that you're doing, that you're running. So, and because Instagram feed, images has to be really attractive, because that's where, that's why people jump on Instagram. People need to post. People are focused more on attractive images. So, and then if you're selling products, like, say, weight loss products, or even clothing, so Instagram feed is the way to go as well. So the next part is the budget and schedule. I would definitely suggest for you to leave it as starting from $5, or anything that is comfortable for you to start. And then we want to start, I suggest starting small but think big, and then we'll tweak it accordingly. So you can increase your budget after 24 to 48 hours, just so that if Facebook's algorithm has more to work with when you have a higher budget. And okay, an important note is that you don't want to reduce your budget. Like, say, for example, you chuck $20 in the ad, and then you want to reduce it to $5, because I wouldn't suggest doing that, because Facebook absolutely hates it when you cut off its traction and also momentum, like reduce the budget. So, and also make sure, the optimization for ad delivery is set to post engagement. And once we double check that, and we'll take you to the next page, and you can schedule your ad to run. For example, you can do it for a few days. I suggest letting it run more than that, maybe a week or even more than that. So this is just an example that I did, targeting Shopify employees. So you'll be able to see and double check on that date, and also the post engagement. And if you look at the post engagement here, estimated daily result reach in there, don't worry too much if you're not reaching enough people, because it might change, since this is just an estimated value provided by Facebook. So once you've done, double check on this, click the continue button, which would take you to the next section for you to create your ad. Now, this is where you put in your Facebook page. You definitely need a Facebook page in order to run Facebook ads. So, for example, here I'm selecting my page here for me to run. So, say if you have your own Facebook page, do select that. And if you have Instagram placement as well, you can select that as well. And the next is the creative part. So in this creative session, and then you can click the drop-down menu and select the engagement post that you have created early on. In this case, I've selected a post that I wanted to test it out. So also you can add a call to action button here. So send a message, which what our main goal is for us to use Messenger bot, and then for us to send for Facebook to drive them from Facebook newsfeed to Messenger ads. And the next part is another important part is your Facebook pixel. You definitely need to set one up. Here it is. So you need to set up your pixel, and then you need to install the code, whether it is on your landing page or your website, just so that Facebook will gather data on that part, on that end as well. So once you have done that, and sometimes you might get this message, like Facebook ads may not run because there's too much text in the ad image. That's fine. Don't panic. This means that the image that you use contains too much text. All you need to do here is to change the image to something more creative, rich image. Just use your creativity in this case to create a new image or an alternate image for your Facebook ads. Now, since we're really short on time, I'll briefly go through this ninja tactic for Facebook engagement posts. Now, we can run two targeting simultaneously. So one targeting Philippines and one targeting US or your country that you're selling in. So here's an example that I've done. So you wanted to run mainly to Philippines is just to get engagement. Because why? Because it's cheap as chips. Like, look at this. Like, this is what I've run a couple days ago. I get 695 post engagements, and I've only spent $5.48. And the cost per engagement is 0.01 cent. It's not 0.1 cent, it's 0.01 cent. So it is really cheap. The main goal here, the reason I target Philippines, the main goal here is to get more social proof. So I only run it for 2 days or 3 days maximum. But this has only been run for 1 day, and I've spent $5.48. So the main goal here is to get engagements and social proof, and then you can turn it off and then just focus on the main one, which is US. Because say, for example, someone land on your ad and they look, oh man, like there's like 700 comments or likes on here. Must be something good. So it pretty much builds the social proof for your post. Now, once you've done and created your ads and all those, you need to connect and engage with your shoppers, and this is where ManyChat comes in. So, what is ManyChat? In a nutshell, ManyChat lets you create a Facebook Messenger bot for marketing, sales, and also support. So, in order to use the ManyChat bot, so I'll show you how to set it up. It's really simple. So first and foremost, you need to sign up for a ManyChat account at ManyChat.com. It's free, but I highly suggest upgrading it to pro level because not only you're pro in what you do right here, ManyChat Pro account also unlocks a whole lot of useful features that allows you to manage more subscribers. You just have to visit the site and view all the features and benefits that they provide. Just a disclaimer here, I'm not doing any affiliates for ManyChat or in any way. So yeah, that's a disclaimer right here. So, all right, okay. Once you've set up and sign up for an account and logged into your account, now navigate to the growth tools section right here. And If you click on that and you take you to this page. So click on Facebook comments to get started, as shown in this screenshot right here. So once you click on Facebook comments, then you can select a post in here, and the post that you want to select is the post that we have created early on, which is the engagement post. So select the post. Once you've done that, so here you can tweak the settings here. It's really entirely up to you. So when user leaves a comment, send a message after, okay, here is immediately, or you can set a timer. So for example, I've already set mine to say reply 5 seconds after, just so it looks more humanly instead of getting an immediate comment. So, and also you can include comments with these keywords. You want to exclude comments with these keywords. That's fine if you leave it blank, but only trigger for comments with these keywords here, right here. So this is where you want to insert the keywords that you've set it up in the post. For example, my post is like a comment yes or comment yay to receive the recorded webinar. So you want to have yay and then comma and then yes for the bot, the keywords here to trigger the bot. So once you've done that, just click on next, which will take you to auto response. And this is just the copywriting that I've done for myself. So pretty much you can say, hey, first name, hey, Andrew, so you want to know more about this breakthrough strategies in Facebook ads to exponentially grow your e-commerce businesses without losing thousands of dollars? ? And just reply yes, and I'll send you the link to the webinar within 48 hours. Take care and talk soon. Now, if you look at the little red box that I've put down, please note here below, people who comment on your posts will become your subscribers on Messenger only after reply to this message. Now, just by shoppers commenting on your post right here, they will become your subscribers. And this is as subtle as it gets. They don't need to insert any email addresses, or even the name. And just by replying a comment, you'll add you to, you pretty much, ManyChat will add them into your subscriber list. So it is really subtle, and it's just, this process is just so natural. So no more, like I said, no more trying to beg for email addresses, or all these pop-ups, trying to get your email addresses. You probably get sick of it as well, when you land on a website and then suddenly a pop-up that comes up, insert your email address, to receive this free guide. I'm sorry, that's along those lines. I call it the opt-in blindness, because we've seen it too often. We just ignore it. So, okay, this is really crucial for you to build your subscribers. And of which all these subscribers, you can broadcast messages to them in the future, similar to how you will run email marketing. You can broadcast messages to them in the future. And of course, like we mentioned before, the open rate is way higher than emails that you sent out. Also, keep in mind that Facebook carefully controls the usage of this feature, and also to protect your page from blocking on Messenger and ManyChat, also limit the auto response rate per minute. So just so you don't spam your subscribers here. So this means that popular pages, sometimes you may experience longer delivery time for auto responses, but that's totally fine. So ManyChat will look after you. So, okay, the next step here is the opt-in actions. So in the sending options, I want you to select, send only to users who reply with a keyword, because you don't want to send to anyone who replies. We want to send to those who actually read your post and engage and comment on it. And it's an example here. I've used yes, yay, okay. And also you can set the opt-in message in here, which I've set in the right screen. So for example, perfect, I'll send you the webinar link within the next 48 hours. So stay tuned. So PS, and I'll send you the content on strategies, videos, and stuff that you'll benefit from. And if you're not interested, just reply with stop. So this is how shoppers or anyone else can unsubscribe from your subscriber list. But before that, we can tell them, okay, I'll send you the content from strategy and stuff. We're just letting them know that we'll be sending this content, anything that they will benefit from. So it's a lot of copywriting in here. So just bear in mind what you write in here. So the next one, okay, step 4 is conversation. So pretty much, we can broadcast, a message to all your subscribers that we had before that we had. So for example, you can broadcast a message, yo Andrew, our new product, insert the product name. For example, our brand new dog chew, will debut next week, and I would like for you to be one of the first to try it out. What say you? Yes, you can add a button there as well, like yes, call me in, which you can have a link and I'll probably take them to your site, your e-commerce site, whether it is Shopify, WooCommerce, or even on Amazon as well, for them to make a purchase in that case. Or you can send out promotional codes as well, or you can notify them when you have upcoming promotions as well, like, here, yo, Andrew, blah, blah, blah. We have a new promotional code uses for our dog chews for New Year's, Christmas sales, for example, something along those lines. And, you can have a button in there for them to click through. So that's step 4. And which will take us, last but not least, step 5 is to convert all these shoppers into lifetime customers, by adding massive value to them. For instance, if you're selling weight loss supplements, or if you're selling, dog beds, you can provide free shipping to purchases above a certain value. And also you can follow up with customers to check if their dogs are sleeping comfortably on it. Or if you're selling camping tents, for example, now you can follow up with customers to make sure they manage to put up the tents okay. It is important to provide great customer service in the business, just to ensure that customer fully understands your product usage and also the benefits that your product will provide. Now, this is another topic itself. I won't go too deep into it. So, what to do next? Of course, the first thing you need to do is get started on your campaign right now, and implement this breakthrough strategy while it's still fresh in your mind and it's still very underutilized in the e-commerce marketplace. Now, the second one that you can do is split test your posts, follow up messages, images, etc., until you have a winning campaign. And of course, the third one you can do is share the video with someone else that will benefit from it, because we don't know, caring is sharing. So next I'll invite Andrew to talk about a little bit more about Jumper.ai. So Andrew, if you want to take over.
Sure. So that was awesome. I mean, that was, Eugene, I learned some things. I love the Philippines trick there, where you engage in the post, get that going, and then you run it to your real target audience, right? So that's really awesome. And yeah, with those types of messenger bots, with using like some ManyChat or any Chat Fuel or any of these other things, right? They work with Jumper, and what Jumper is that last mile kind of thing, right? Where it keeps the engagement, not jumping you off to, say, your WooCommerce or Shopify store page. You can buy directly within your Facebook Messenger page. So, these funnels are pre-done for you, and we connect with like all the major social platforms, so you can start conversations like Eugene was saying, in Facebook, starting that way, doing it onto Instagram, as well as YouTube and Twitter and everything like that, and connects with the payment gateways. And you can and then we have some retargeting kinds of things. But what's really cool about what Eugene has said is that, on this, with what Jumper has to offer and can do, is that it's that. So in that messaging, when you say, yes, I want that deal, or click, just message here, what would happen is it would take you to the link that you create within the Jumper platform, and then that would start the buying process. So every credit card, all that stuff would be just handled right there. And Jumper is really, really awesome about it. And what's really great about Jumper is that there is no cost to it. We're not pitching it here, but you know, if you combine what Eugene has talked about and what Jumper has to offer, you really have a compelling, dynamic solution to really increase your audience, increase sales, and really start to build a, you know, an e-commerce juggernaut for yourself. I mean, you know, these tips that Eugene has said, I mean, they're you know, spot on, you know, from the basic breakdown on getting that going. And Eugene's a master at this. You know, it's kind of where we came together, and I wanted to, you know, I'm glad that Eugene invited me on, and we're, you know, sort of doing this sort of webinar type thing. And it's really, Eugene really knows his stuff, you know, what he's doing on this stuff. So yeah, so if you do, you just check out Jumper.ai, you can see how this can work together. And I'm sure, Eugene, you can, you know, on that side of things, you know, walk more, you know, potential clients through what you do and these two systems working together.
Yep, yeah. And also, I think there's a video that explains the entire process if you know, check out Jumper.ai. Is that right, Andrew?
Yeah, there is. There's a complete thing. So if you head over to the website, you'll see this in action. And like I said, we're continually adding some new stuff. We had some really, really cool things coming up very shortly with some really, really great features. So definitely head over to Jumper AI, and you can really see what this has to offer you. And it's super, super simple. Like what Eugene showed you, how simple that is. It's just as easy with setting this up. I mean, literally, it's just put your Facebook. You know, just basically put your Facebook ID or link to your Facebook ID or Google Plus account, and you're set up. The only other piece that you have to do is hook up your Facebook, which page you want to do with your Facebook Messenger, and select the payment option that you want to hook up, and you're good to go. So it's really, really awesome. But yeah, Eugene, this has been great.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah. Also, yeah, just remember that you know, like we can go on discussing about all these strategies and how to scale your e-commerce businesses right here. But you know, if you don't start applying, you'll never get results and also build the business of the dream. So I'm going to leave this quote here with you from Mark Twain: "And the secret to getting started, getting ahead, is getting started." And yeah, thank you all, you know, for watching this webinar and presentation from me and Andrew up to this point. You know, a quick question: how did you go? And I hope you gained lots of insights and written down a lot of notes to help you get started. You can comment below and tell me, you know, or you know, if you're feeling really excited to implement this strategy for your businesses. So yeah, just want to thank you for all your time. You can find me, and there's a couple links here: facebook.com, Eugene Chang, YouTube, or you can send me an email as well at eugene@freedomprofitsblueprint.com if you have any questions. And how about yourself, Andrew? Where can people best find you or connect with you?
Yeah, so your best place to connect with me is Jumper.ai. You can catch us all there. And then my best connection, I guess I didn't put a slide in there, but yeah, if you want to reach out to me, it's really simple. It's Andrew at team.jumper.ai. So it's Andrew at team.jumper.ai. I'd be happy to help you. And we do have a live chat with somebody always manning there. So any questions you have, you can just, you know, reach out to one of our success reps there, and they can help you walk you through anything that you have questions on.
Cool. Awesome. And yeah, thank you so much, Andrew, you know, for your time as well, and for all the listeners who take time, 40 minutes, you know, to listen to our presentation right here. So you know, I just want to say goodbye, and I wish you all the very best of success for your e-commerce businesses.